Hello everybody, this is Guillermo Mariano with the Nomad Programmer. In this video, I will be showing you how to change the import location of your component modules and move them all up to the library root level. I will be using the same project that I worked on in my last video tutorial. So if you want to, please click on one of the links here on YouTube up in the screen as well, or you can take a look at the video description so you can access that video tutorial if you want to review it. If not, that's okay. In the description, I also provide to you a link to the GitHub repository so that you can leverage it and just work through some of that code as you're watching this tutorial. All right, let us get started. Okay, so let's start talking about the business case for why you would want to do this. Obviously, what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to provide the developers who are using your UI library with an incredibly useful developer experience. Not only that, by breaking out and elevating and moving the import location of your UI library, it will make it a lot easier to organize, understand where the components come from, as well as make it easier for you as a maintainer of your library to know where to go if you want to make some changes or edits to your UI library. You do not want to rely too much, especially on Angular 9, on just describing one single location from where your components are going to be coming from. Or you don't also want to rely on extremely deep nesting of those components as a consuming application is using them. So let me show you the actual problem itself. This is going to be what we want to do, what we want to fix. This deep imports of your files. So for example, here we have the Howdy name module and the Howdy time module that are being pulled in from this source lib folder. This text is incredibly long. People won't remember very easily where it's coming from, and quite frankly, it looks incredibly ugly and disorganized. So what you want to do, and what we're going to solve for in this particular tutorial, is shortening that import location from this deeply nested location of source/lib, which is where your Angular CLI will typically first start you off, and moving them all to the root of your UI library. So this is not something new. A lot of other well-known UI libraries are using it. So for example, we have Angular Material who's doing it, Bootstrap, NGX Bootstrap, and of course PrimeNG. We're going to solve for the same problem in our own particular project. All right, so the tutorial is going to be fairly straightforward. We're going to be covering 4 main pieces for this tutorial. First, we're going to start by moving the 2 main files that get created out of the box when you use the Angular CLI, and those are the test TS file and the public API TS files. And we're going to be moving those up to the root level of your library first, followed by doing updating some of the configuration of the Angular project to account for these files being moved. And then we're going to move all of our components as well up 2 levels to the main project folder for our UI library. And then we're going to finish it off by just updating the publicly exposed interfaces to let them know what our new import structure is going to be like. Okay, that's it. All right, let's get started.